Here's Walter Burke, Deanna. I don't know your last name, Deanna.
Well,
It was it was Burke, yeah.
Hanson.
And Pat Burke. And you were a Burke too, but what's your last name?
Baker.
Baker, that's right. I should know that.
I kept the same first initial.
You did. Your initials stay the same. Okay. So the first question is, I'll start with Wilma. We'll go sequentially here. Okay.
Good.
Tell me what you remember about my mother. One thing, that memory that stands out, a story.
Oh, you have lots of stories when you were little. Well, we lived together with Aunt Sally at first.
Uh-huh.
And then we moved to the Y in one room together.
Uh-huh.
And then we picked up Meryl and went to an apartment.
I see.
Three of us in the apartment.
And did she ever cause you any trouble?
Oh, no, Marilyn and her had a little fight.
They
We
did.
both sat down and eat. And only one of them sat down with me and the other one stood up.
I see.
You don't know what that was about. I can't. Oh, that was so long ago.
My mother could be stubborn.
I didn't realize.
You didn't realize that.
Now, didn't she go to Jackson Business with us?
Yeah, that's where.
Okay.
I came in. I went in September after I graduated. Then she came in the following June and stayed with Sally until Dick came home. Then we moved up in the attic because there wasn't any other room, you know.
Oh, I
and
see.
then we finally got room in the Y.
Wonderful. Okay, it's your turn, Pat.
Well, what do you want to know?
No, you have to. Just something to strike.
memory.
Some memory.
Jeanette. Well, I just remember how wonderful and sweet and brave she was. All through her troubles and trials, she always had a smile.
She did, didn't she? Even no matter how much the MS hit her, she always had a smile. Yeah. What about me? What do you remember about me? Because I was just
that's another story.
I was just a teenager, okay? So there must be some good stories about me.
Younger than a teenager. Younger than a teenager.
I was naughty?
Little thing.
Yeah.
He didn't want that.
About the time when you, Zane, thought you were jumping into the haystack and you jumped into the manure.
Yeah.
You wanted in my house and I would not let you.
That's right. You wouldn't let me in.
Glad you told me that story. And then you went to Grandma Melda's.
Yeah.
And she also wouldn't let you in the house.
I was really angry.
Very angry.
I was very angry, yeah.
Poor little.
Because I was afraid of you, Deanna.
Me?
Yes.
I thought you were the most
Because-
wonderful little boy in all the world.
Because
you had no boys.
no, because Auntie Mel, she was making me take my pants off outside outside the trailer, and I was sure you were hiding around the corner to look.
Not me. It must have been Sandy. That would have been Pam or Sandy. I would never do
Yeah,
such
Pam, yeah,
No,
or
I
Debbie.
remember,
Debbie.
or
No,
Debbie.
Sandy was too young. It'd been Debbie or Pam.
Yeah, Debbie or Pam.
Yeah.
Debbie
Your
was the
mom.
sneaky one.
Huh?
Do you remember how sneaky Debbie was? She
No.
was always noted for getting into really sneaky situations.
She could lie with a straight face. She was so good. And I would say, but she's not telling the truth. But your mother always was smiling. That's what I remember her.
That's true. That's true. She did.
And laughing. And
Yeah.
I looked today at the wedding.
Uh-huh.
Your mom is still giggling like her mom. Your sister's still giggling the same
Yeah.
as her mom and her
Yeah.
grandmother.
Yeah.
I remember
I
that.
said, wouldn't
And I remember being in the kitchen of your little house saying, please can't the kids come and stay again? Please can't they come and play? And your mom would say, oh, all right. And then you get to come to the farm again.
Yeah, I love the farm. The farm is just
we
a,
loved
just
having
a
you
great,
out there.
great experience.
Yes, it was. It was great. Yep. All positive things.
Uh-huh.
Don't remember you being in trouble
Walter
at
will
all.
probably think of something really naughty you did.
Yeah, Walter.
Well,
No, you have to first remember Jeanette.
Oh yeah.
That was the-
Yeah. What do you remember about my mom, Jeanette?
well,
Strobel,
very
Morris Pullen.
Quiet,
Uh huh.
mild. That's about all I can say.
Uh huh.
She
Probably had
had her
Was she
problems
younger
with.
than you?
Oh yes.
By quite a bit?
Yeah.
Was she
She
your
was
age?
younger than me.
Younger than you even. Okay.
She graduated a year after I did.
Okay.
Yeah. And she didn't let her spirits get down when she was so sick.
Mhm. Yeah.
She had a hard time of it.
Yeah.
And but I remember you squirting milk all over the girls. The
Yeah.
girls, you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you took a hose and tried to clean things up.
That's right. That's right.
And
Yeah, but tell him where the milk came from.
well, he was squirting it out of the cow's tits.
He was a real farmer.
Yeah.
Well, you did pretty well considering that we had so many girls and you had a sister. I mean, you were surrounded. We had 6 girls and
That's
plus your
true.
sister.
That's true.
That's 7 girls. 7-1. It was 7-1. Yeah, the 2 of you really didn't have a
That's
chance.
true. That's true.
We look at probably.
What's that?
We look like that. We got beat up.
Yeah.
You're both very meek and mild.
Yeah, sure. You don't know me now. I found out that the people who work in Bangalore are fearful of me.
People who work what?
I have people in Bangalore, India, who work for me, and some in the U.S. Okay, and I found out they're afraid of me.
Oh, dear.
So it's like, okay, now how do I deal with this one?
That's
Okay,
right.
you know, and I ask my other managers, why are they afraid of me? They go, well, they don't know you. Okay, so.
I can't imagine being afraid of you. What do you go around
Anybody?
frowning?
He looks like.
No, I can't intimidate. I can intimidate sometimes. You know, I can deal with people who work hard that aren't very smart. I can deal with people who are really smart. But if they're arrogant and smart, if they're arrogant and they're not smart, when they're arrogant and they're not smart, I have a hard time with that.
Yeah. I think all of us do, though.
And so I tend to pull my sword out sometimes. So Walter, what do you remember about me?
Well, that's about it.
That's about it, huh?
At my age.
So you taught me one really bad habit that I had to break myself of.
Oh, I can imagine.
So there was the word that you taught me that I used for many years, and when I finally got to California, people were shocked that I would say such a thing, and I struck it from my vocabulary. No, it was pot liquor. You taught me that word, and I used it for years and years. But when I got to California, the non-farming, you know, it just didn't fly. It was not.
Did I teach you how to use a tree like I taught
Yes, my little boy. Oh my goodness, we'd be traveling down the road. He wanted to go by the tree because Grandpa goes by the tree. Yes, this conversation.
It's deteriorating.
recording that, aren't you?
I recorded every word of it.
You'll have to explain what they mean by the tree.
By the tree, yeah. I think most people can figure this one
I would just
out.
want to look at the leaves.
Yeah.
Well, we just want to say we're so happy to have met Anna.
Yeah.
And,
Tessa and Sean. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So wonderful.
Nice
They're
family.
in school.
and
Yeah.
we want you all to come visit us in Holland, Michigan.
You know, we might just do that. You know, I mentioned that to Anna before to go into Holland, okay? I'd also be interested in catching up with Pam and Debbie because they were closer to my age. And I guess Heidi's down there. Got a child name with my name, so I've got to look up McGregor, Texas now to see if that's anywhere I ever go to, you know.
Well, we got to
I
go
go to
to
Waco.
Waco or to Dallas.
Yeah. I used to go to Dallas. Actually, years ago, like 10 years ago, I flew to Dallas quite frequently.
That's
I
about
didn't-
That's only
125
this
miles.
far on the map.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
map it's not far.
Yeah.
Depends on the size of the map. It can be this far. It can be that far.
That's very true.
But they also, if you got to Dallas, we could get you.
right.
Heidi was always glad to drive up and pick anybody up at the airport.
Uh-huh.
Or you could take a shuttle down
Uh-huh.
Waco Airport.
I see. Okay.
Deb and Mark are in California right now.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. Someone there went
Doing
to
business. but I don't
and Pacific
they're
Palisades.
visiting Dean and,
Going to be there.
but where else are they going? They're going.
Where does Dean live?
Pacific Palisades.
So actually, Pacific Palisades is right next to Getty Museum and UCLA, which is where Sean's going to college.
Yeah.
So they're right, actually, quite close to each other.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dean's wife, that's why they're out there. He was in Detroit previous to that.
I see.
But then when she got this job at Getty, she worked at the DIA in Detroit. Detroit Institute of Art.
Oh, I see. Oh, so she's an art person. That's why she.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she works at the Getty Museum. And so,
Head of the sculpture department.
okay, who is
She's
this?
written books.
Dean's
Dean's wife.
Dean's wife. Okay, so I remember Dean. He was just a little kid when I grew up.
Yes,
So I don't know his wife. I'm afraid.
No.
I
She
see.
was from England originally.
Oh, I see. So she's British.
No.
I see. Bloody hell. my Anna was educated in England, and so her sister married.
You learned that phrase.
Well, we have